Hi, everyone. This is Mitch from PickDogs.com. Steve Monahan, under the weather today. Well, more like he's stuck in New York City traffic. He had to pick his daughter up out on Broadway, and he is stuck and unable to make it. Standing in for Steve today, we got Chris, one of the Puck Dogs. He still has his pick his daughter up out on Broadway. Not sure what that. Can you still hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Oh, crap. I wonder what that noise is coming from. Let's have to. Broadway. I got it. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
I have an issue. Crap. I wonder what that noise is coming from. As I sort through this mess. There it is. I got it. Anyways, glad you guys could all join us. Of course, I'm Mitch, and Chris, one of the Puck Dogs, here with me, standing in for Steve Monahan. You don't need to yell out games. You don't need to ask for games. We're just going to go right through the schedule. That is the format of our NFL show. Chris, how's it going?
Good, Mitch. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm ready for some NFL football. All kicks off tonight, of course, as we have the San Diego or Los Angeles Chargers visiting the Oakland Raiders. But yeah, hopefully you guys are off to a great start to your day. And those of you who haven't had a chance to visit our website yet, it's pickdogs.com. That's where you can find me. It's right up here at the top of the screen. So I'm cut off because I don't have the whole screen like I'm used to, but it's kind of this way. Ready for some action tonight, Chris?
Absolutely. I'm ready for action every day. I wish it was football day every day of the year.
I'm under Sports Chat Place on YouTube. Yeah, the video somehow it got messed up. It went on there. I own Sports Chat anyway, so who cares, right? I could broadcast my show wherever the hell I damn well please, especially on the sites that I own. I own Sports Chat. I own Picks and Parlays. I should broadcast there as well, but I don't. But I'm not right now. But don't worry about it. It's all good. If you could watch us on the Pick Dogs channel, that would be the absolute optimum place to watch us. So, anyways, got 13 NFL games this week. A lot. So tonight I have a premium pick on the game. I like the under though in the Raiders-Chargers game. Chris, you have a pick on the side in this one with the Chargers and the Raiders?
I've gone back and forth on it. Oakland's a hard place to play. They have the black hole down there. The Chargers just coming off that big win over the Packers. That was at home, though. I probably lean towards the Raiders here, just because they're at home, and because I don't like what I've seen from the Chargers on the road this season.
Okay, I can understand that, and we've seen the Chargers last week. Beat the Packers, so coming off of a really big win as well. So Chris's pick for tonight's game is going to be the Raiders. I like the under. I have a premium pick on this, and that's why I'm not giving out my side pick on the show. Normally, I just give out picks on the show, and I don't tell you which ones are the premium picks, but that there's only one game. I'm still working through this stuff. It's always a work in progress, trying to figure it out. How best to do it. I used to just avoid the games altogether, but now I have people to do the show with me, and I certainly appreciate Chris stepping in at the last minute for Steve Monahan, who will be back tomorrow. But anyways, should head on over to our Pick Dogs YouTube channel. That's the best place to watch this broadcast. Of course, pickdogs.com is my website. You get free picks on every game every day on our YouTube channel at Pick Dogs. Any more free pick videos than anyone. So, Chris, let's head to the Sunday games. We got some meaningful games on Sunday and some not so meaningful games. This one is kind of a little bit of both. We got the Cincinnati Bengals 0-8 on the season up against the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson and company. Man, they looked really good against the Patriots, but is it a letdown spot? Is this a trap game and a divisional game? 10-point spread in this Bengals-Ravens game.
It's exactly that. It's a letdown spot, especially after Baltimore looked so good against New England last week. I mean, Cincinnati announced that they're going to start Ryan Finley for this game, 4th-round pick out of NC State. I don't like throwing my money where it's like when it's an unknown quarterback. I know it's a rookie. I know he's coming in. He's going to take over for Andy Dalton. But you know what? Lamar Jackson's been playing really well out of the gate. Cincinnati had the backdoor cover a couple weeks ago against Baltimore. I can't pick the Bengals. I got to go with Baltimore or pass.
I'm back and forth on this game. I think that the Ravens, this is a natural letdown spot, and what is a traditional trap game. You have a divisional road opponent that doesn't look like they're going to be much trouble at all, and they know your team well. So, those of you joining us late, Chris is just stepping in for Steve Monahan this week because Steve is stuck in traffic in New York, but he'll be back tomorrow for football free-for-all. But I kind of like the Ravens here, but I'm really afraid of this trap. It just seems such a trappy spot. I don't know. It's like maybe I'll lean to the Bengals plus the points. I know they stink. And Ryan Finley, while they talk about him at NC State, to me he's the same guy that was at Boise. He was at Boise. It's like he's one of those guys that transferred. He's kind of last, guilt by association. Let's head to Tennessee. The Titans +6 in this one. They went from +3.5 to +6. 74% of the bets on the Chiefs. We got the public. We got the sharps. Everybody is everybody's on the Chiefs. The sharps, the squares, the pizza waitress, the bartender. Everyone here is on the Chiefs. You on the Chiefs too?
I am as well. I just don't like all the drama that's happening in the quarterback carousel in Tennessee. I was low on Kansas City when Mahomes went down. I thought that was going to be, the blow that sunk the ship. But Matt Moore's actually been capable in a starting role, and there's word that Mahomes might come back for this game, but that's been the story for the last couple of weeks and still hasn't stopped Kansas City. I think Kansas City wins this game by a touchdown, so I'll lay the 6 points.
Yeah, I'm on the Chiefs too. I don't love that so many people are on the Chiefs though. But
Yeah, I know it's rare to get you on with the public, 74% especially.
Well, it's not just the public, the sharps, it's everybody. The world is on the Chiefs, and which makes it also scary. But the thing about this one is I hate Ryan Tannehill so much. Tampa Bay Buccaneers -4.5 hosting the Cardinals. 55% of the public here on the Cards.
I'm with the public as well. I like Arizona. I think Arizona has a chance to win this game outright. Jameis Winston makes too many mistakes for my liking. Even with Tampa Bay being at home, Arizona's starting to get a taste of that victory with all these young guys like Kyler Murray. I just think that Arizona's in a better spot right now, and I'll take Arizona plus the points. I don't think we need them, but I'll take the points to be safe.
I like Tampa Bay. I think they beat up Arizona in this one. We got a little bit of inverse line movement just to make me happy as well. Not a fan of what's going on in Arizona. I think Kenyon Drake's exciting addition. I think Kyler Murray is a little too small for me as a quarterback, but he's elusive and he has a good arm and all of that stuff. He's just kind of like not as good as Russell Wilson, similar product, but I just think the Bucs are a team that is, they've played well. They just haven't gotten a lot of wins, and I think it's just a matter of learning how to win. And I'm going to go with the Bucs in this game. Got the Bears hosting the Lions. Just 40% of the team on 40% of the public on a very public team. The Chicago Bears, who are 3-5 coming into this one, 1-3 at the vaunted Soldier Field. It's like just seems to be kind of a rough treatment here for the Bears. Mitch Trubisky thinks turning the sound off on the TV is going to solve some problems. I'm on Detroit here. Matt Stafford. If you gave me the choice between Matt Stafford and Mitch Trubisky, who I want throwing the ball for me, I'll take Matt Stafford all day. Trubisky just doesn't look confident when he's throwing the ball right now, and that defense that was supposed to be, scary, it's not as scary as they're making it out to be. I think Detroit needs this game. Both teams need this game, and Chicago's at home, but I just think Detroit safe and pick with the points. I'm going to take the Bears here at home. I think you put that kind of pass rush on Matt Stafford, I think he's going to make mistakes. And I'm going to take the Bears, especially that they've been in the news so much this week for all the wrong reasons. I think you take the Bears here. So we have a question. What does it mean when people say it's a trap game? Also, you honestly feel teams NFL look over under spreads before the game and try and stay within the spread? No, I don't think. I think they might look at the spreads, but I don't think it's something that most players pay attention to. I think that a lot of times you'll hear players even say, "What was the point spread on the game?" You hear them say this all the time. But what a trap game basically is when a team has played in a meaningful game and they have meaningful games coming up on the schedule, and then they have a road game against a team that is an opponent that they might look past, so they're walking into a trap, and I think that's a possibility here with the Bengals, who are a divisional opponent of the Ravens, and divisional opponents, they generally means they don't like each other. But I'm going to take the Bears against the Lions in that game. But thank you for the question. We'll move to our next game. We got the Saints taking on the Falcons. 13 points for the Saints. Hearing all kinds of mixed stuff on this one, but I'm showing 13.
Yeah, I saw it floating around 12.5 and 13. And I'm going favorites heavy this week. I like New Orleans at home. Atlanta's been competitive on the road. They lost by 3 against Indianapolis. They lost by 1 against Arizona, but they also gave up 53 on the road at Houston. I think New Orleans can sling the ball better than Houston can. I think they're a little bit better defensively than what people give them credit for. I think this one gets ugly quickly, and I'll lay the points with New Orleans here.
Are you touching any college basketball? Yeah, we have every game covered every single day at pickdogs.com. Pickdogs.com. Go over there. We got every game covered. So be sure to check it out. And, of course, join us on our live show every day at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go over college basketball. This is our NFL show. I like the Saints here. I know this is a big-time rivalry, and this is a ton of points in a rivalry game. The Saints so tough to gauge here, but 13 is a lot of points in a rivalry game. It's a lean for me at best for the Falcons. I'm going to take the Falcons here. Excuse me. We move on. Cleveland Browns -3 at home against Buffalo. I've heard more people talking Buffalo Bills this week in this game, and one thing we know is the sure sign of death in betting, a public underdog, and I think that's what we might have here with the Bills. Chris, what are you thinking?
Yeah, it is dangerous, but again, I have to go with the public on this one. I know Cleveland's at home, and I know it's probably a good reason why they're favored here, and they need this win, but a lot of their success.
For what?
Sorry.
What do they?
Yeah,
need
exactly.
What do they need this win for? I'm missing that. These wins are they're not in contention for anything.
Yeah, I know. I think they need just to sort of keep the peace within the locker room. A lot of their success has come on the road, like the 2 wins against the Jets, Baltimore. Buffalo, I think, is a better team, and they actually have a chance to catch New England if they catch some breaks. I just think Buffalo wins this game.
I'm going to go with the Browns. I just don't like public underdogs. I think that's one of the worst bets in all of sports, is when the public is all over an underdog, and that's what we have here. We got the Jets hosting the Giants. Of course, it's the same stadium that they're used to playing in. They just are in the other locker room. Kind of a weird scenario for to be a visitor in your own stadium, but that is the case here. Giants 2-7, the Jets 1-7. This is going to really smell up the whole northern New Jersey area.
Yeah, I think my better play here is off the total. I like the under 44.5. I just think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I don't think there's going to be much to write home about this one. Probably decide on the last kick of the game as well. I'll probably see it being around 17-13 or something like that, or 17-14. This being like an ugly game.
I love the Giants here. I think the Jets are absolutely pitiful. At least the Giants have hope, and I can understand where they're going as a franchise, while the Jets just seem absolutely lost. Have made really bad personnel decisions from the coach down to the kicker. I mean, just from top to bottom, just nothing good is happening for the Jets. We got the Colts hosting the Dolphins. Got 4:05 Eastern time start. Colts favored by 10.5 points. Jacoby Brissett, he's hurt, he's not hurt. I don't really know what the hell's going on. But those of you joining us late, this is our NFL preview show. We just go down the roster. Normally, Steve Monahan is with me. Steve is picking up his daughter in Times Square. So he was unable to be here with us today, but he'll be back tomorrow for a football free-for-all. Who do you like?
I'm gonna go. It's a lean, like a slight, like 50.1% lean towards the Dolphins here. I just don't until I know what's going on with the Colts and Jacoby Brissett. If Brissett's starting, I'll lay the points with Indianapolis. But even with Brian Hoyer throwing the ball, I just think Miami, after getting their first win, can do enough to keep this one respectable. Just like I said, it's a lean. I won't be touching this game, but if I had to pick, I'd pick Miami with the points.
Well, this is our NFL pick show, so you kind of have to pick.
I know, I kind of have to pick, yeah.
That is kind of what the show is. It's like, without you making a pick, we kind of, what are you doing here? You know, it's like, well, I'm just here for the popcorn, you know? It's like,
yeah.
You know,
I'm just going to get my face on the screen.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. This is a tough one. I love the Dolphins last week on the money line. And Colts are probably close to a playoff team, and you know you want to talk about a team that needs this one. That's the Colts, because they can't. If you want to make the playoffs, you can't afford to lose to this type of game. So I'll take the Colts, but it's a lean at best. Maybe by game day I'll switch sides. We'll have to see. We got the Steelers hosting the Rams. The Steelers 3.5-point dogs at home. Jared Goff and company 5-3 on the season, 4-0 against the number on the road. Steelers 3-2 against the number at home, 4-4 straight up.
I like Pittsburgh in the points here. I think this is a game they win outright. I would take the points to be safe. I'm like you. I'm not a fan of Jared Goff. Pittsburgh starting to show some resiliency. A lot of people probably wrote them off after Ben Roethlisberger went down. I think Mason Rudolph's starting to step in and show he's capable of leading a team. I don't know if it's long term, but I definitely think that Pittsburgh at home, with that crowd behind them, I like Pittsburgh to win this game outright.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you on this one too. I'm going to take the Steelers as well. I just think that they're probably the better team here. So that's the direction that I'm going to go. Those of you watching us on the Sports Chat channel, we're having the quality of the stream just looks terrible. So I'm going to take that one off, and you guys can join us at the Pick Dogs stream. I'll post it there for you. What the address is. I'll post it in the comments to join us there, because it's just the quality of the stream that I'm seeing on YouTube is just terrible. There you go. But we'll switch. Give me just a second. I'm on the Steelers in this one as well. And I just think that they're playing the better football. Hopefully that helps a little bit. They're playing the better football right now. And I don't like the way the Rams are playing. I don't like the way Jared Goff plays. I don't like the lack of running game that the Rams have been showing us either. Let's switch to our next game. We're moving right along. We got the Packers up against the Panthers. The Panthers, 5.5-point dogs at Green Bay. 63% of the public on the Packers in this one.
Yeah, I'm on the Packers as well. Carolina's they played a decent, but outside of winning on the road at Houston, there hasn't been much that really impressed me. Like they beat up on Arizona when Arizona was struggling out of the gate. They beat up on Tampa Bay, and then they got blown out at San Francisco. And Kyle Allen hasn't really had to go to an environment like Lambeau Field, where it's one of the tougher places to go on the road and win, let alone keep close. Aaron Rodgers being typical Aaron Rodgers MVP type self. And I just think Green Bay wins this one by a touchdown at least.
Yeah, I love the Panthers in this one. I do not like the way the Packers looked last week, and I think that I think the Panthers use that same strategy. I think once a team has been broken apart like that, you see other teams start to copy it, and I certainly think the Panthers have the personnel to at least duplicate that defensive scheme. Packers offense had no answers whatsoever. Go to Sunday night game. We got Dallas hosting Minnesota. Tough building. Cowboys have been pretty tough at home, 3-1 straight up, 3-1 against the number. Meanwhile, the Vikings 2-3 on the road this season, including last week's loss against the Chiefs, which really could have gone either way.
I'm going to channel my inner Steve here. I'm going to lay the points with Dallas. I just like the way that the Cowboys are playing at home. Minnesota's a different team on the road than they are at home. Philly, top 5 offense across the board. Total yardage, they lead the league. 436 yards a game, scoring 28 points a game overall. I think Dallas finds a way to win this game by 3 to 4 points. So I'll lay the points with the Cowboys here.
Yeah, to me this game looks a little pushy, and so I'm going to go to the total. I'm going to go to the over 48, and I think that's going to be my play in this game, at least at this point. I'll probably try and dig a little bit deeper more into it, and hopefully some of the lines move or something. But right now, at a field goal, I think it's a field goal game either way. So it's a lean to Minnesota plus the points, and the over is my play. And then we go to Monday night. We got the 49ers hosting the Seahawks. And an NFC West matchup. 49ers unbeaten. The Seahawks 7-2 coming in, 4-0 straight up on the road, 3-1 against the number on the road. The Niners 2-1 against the spread at home. 39% of the public on the 49ers here, but the line moving the other direction. We got plenty of time for the line to move, though, in this game, and I'm going to guess it will.
Yeah, if we're going on what it's sitting at right now, it's 6.5. I still like Seattle here. They've had this game circled on their calendars for a while now. They know this is their chance to make up some ground in the division. San Fran hasn't had the toughest schedule up to this point through their first 8 games. I mean, they've had a couple tests, but other than that, it's going to be interesting to see how San Fran handles the second half of the season. They have to play Seattle twice. They have to play on the road at New Orleans. I just like the way Seattle's playing right now, and until San Fran shows me that they're capable of beating up on better teams down the stretch. I think Seattle, like I said, they've had this game on their minds for a while now. I think Seattle. Right.
Yeah, they definitely have had it on their minds. I've gone back and forth on this game, and right now I'm just not really sure which way I'm going to go. But it's probably a lean to the under, which is trending higher. So I like under 47. That'll be my free pick in this game for right now, and that pretty much does it. We went through the entire schedule. We did it a lot quicker than we did with Steve, but that's okay. I took the under in tonight's game. Chris took the Raiders. I took the Bengals plus the points. Chris took Baltimore. We both took the Chiefs. I took Tampa Bay. Chris took Arizona. I took the Bears. Chris took Detroit. I took the Falcons. Chris took the Saints. I took the Browns. Chris took the Bills. I said Steve about 6 times now. I took the Giants. Chris took the under. We both took the Colts. We both took the Steelers. Chris took the Packers. I took the Panthers. Chris took the Cowboys. I took the over. Chris took Seattle, and I took the under. That wraps up our NFL preview show. I'll be back tonight at halftime of the Chargers-Raiders game. Then I'll be on tomorrow morning for my normal show at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and then 4 p.m. Eastern, we'll have Steve back for our NFL free-for-all. Chris, thanks for filling in. We appreciate it. Have a great day, everyone, and I will see you guys in a few hours at halftime.